All right, folks, let's go ahead and do this last homework assignment for chapter 10. So this is 10.6 homework. Tonight you only have one page, right? So you're going to go ahead and analyze these histograms and these data and these information and try to answer the questions about this. So luckily, you do not have to make any graphs. You don't have to make a dot plot or a box and whisker or a histogram like what you see here. So all you have to do tonight is just analyze the information and answer questions about it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with number one. The bar chart represents the outcome of a penalty shoot competition. Each person in the competition is allowed 6 shots at the goal. The graph shows, for example, that 4 people only score 1 goal and with their next 6 shots. Okay, so first of all, before you start answering questions, you need to kind of take a step back and analyze what the data, the information is telling you. Okay, so you don't have any actual numbers, but you do have a histogram. So down at the bottom, if you look at the bottom, these are the scores, right? So you can score 1, you can score 2, 3, and 4 is missing, but I assume that's 4, 5, and 6, right? So that's what you can do with these penalty shots is score. So for example, you get 6 shots, that means you can actually score 6 points, right? 6 goals. And if you're looking along the side, it says frequency. And frequency is just how many of those were scored. So, for example, scores of 1, we would have, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means that 4 what? Well, we're talking about people here, right? So 4 people scored 1 point. Okay. And then look a little further. 2, what does that mean? Well, that means that there's 2 people. 2 people scored 2 points, and so forth and so forth. Okay, so just gotta first, before you do anything, you just kind of have to analyze this stuff. Okay, so question A goes, how many people were involved in the shootout? Okay, and I just talked about this, but again, 4 people scored 1 point. So I'm gonna write down 4. Okay, and what else? Well, 2 people scored 2 points, right? So 4 people or 4 players scored 1 point. 2 players scored 2 points, so I'm going to go 4 plus 2. Now what else? Well, we know that scoring 3 points, right? A score of 3, there's 3 of those, so 3 players. So I'm going to add 3. 3 players scored 3 points. What else? Oh, 4 points, right? Only one person scored 4 points. So 1. Then 5 points. Only one person scored 5 points. So I'm going to go ahead and add another one. Then 6 points. Okay, there's actually 5 players that scored all 6 shots. So what you need to do is just add those together. Okay, so 4 plus 2, you can go any route you want, but I'm going to go with 4 plus 2 is 6, 3 plus 1 is 4, that's 6 and 4 is 10, and 1 and 5 is 6, so that's a total of 16. Okay, so we have a total of 16 people. And you should probably label that it's 16 people and not just 16, So, for example, it could be like 16 points or 16 scores. But no, we have 16 people. All right, so complete the table below with the values for mean, median, mode, and range of scores, and explain how you calculated your answers. Okay, so the mean. So to find the mean, remember in the last lesson, the mean represents an average. So to find the mean, you need to add up all the numbers. So what numbers? Well, there's 1, but there's 4 of those. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, right? Because again, here, let me redo this. The square of 1, right? The square of 1, there's 4 people that has a score of 1. So that means that's 1 a square of 1 plus a square of 1 plus a square of 1 plus another square of 1. Okay, so what else is there? A square of 2, right? Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, so how many people scored 2? Well, to score 2, we have only 2 people. So we have plus 2 plus 2. Okay, what about square of 3? Square of 3, there are 3 people. So we're going to go plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, how about square of 4? How many people is that? Well, square of 4, right here, that's a 4. There's only one person. So plus 4. Square of 5, do the same thing. Square of 5, there's only one person as well. So plus 5. Okay, and square of 6, we'll use orange for that. Square of 6, there are 5 people. So plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. We got to get a total of that. So let's pull out our calculator, or you can do it by hand. I'm just going to go ahead and do it on the calculator since I have it pulled up. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And you can do multiplication if you like. Right, if you know that it's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you could do 1 times 4. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and just type it out exactly like how I have it on the screen, so that way no one gets confused. So plus 2 plus 2, plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. Because there should be 5 of these, though. Oh, one too many. So there's only 5 6s. Okay, so you get a total of 56. Right, so that is a total of 56. And then, so that's now your mean score. You have to divide it by how many different scores are there. Right? So how many different scores? There's going to be a total of what? How many scores? 16 scores, right? Because if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's going to be divided by 16 different scores, right? Or 16 different people. And we already got the 16 from earlier when we were counting how many people were there that were scoring. Okay, so 56 divided by 16. Okay, so on the average, each of them scored 3.5 points, right? So that's your answer. So 56 divided by 16 is a mean score of 3.5. So just saying that, some people score 1 point, some people score 6 points. We can average it out to be about 3.5. Some people score 2 points, some people score 5 points, some people score 3 points, some people score 4 points. The average, if you were to kind of say, hey, everyone gets the same amount of points, each of them would say we get about 3.5 points or scores. Okay. The median is, if you put them in order, right? So we talked about this before on the previous chapter, but we take all these numbers and we put them in order. So right there, these right here. Oh, don't forget my plus 2. Here. And then take these. It's a little slow, but bear with me. Plus 4, or I'll just write it in. Plus 5. And then the plus 6s. Okay, so if I put all of these in order, the median is going to be the number that's right in the middle. So if I start off on the outside, so cross off the 1 and the 6. 6 and the 1. 1 and 6. 6 and 1. 6 and 2. 2 and 5. 4 and 3. And now I'm stuck with two numbers, 3 and 3. If I have 3 numbers, then I can cross off the 2 on the outside, and I will be left with the 1 in the middle. But because I have 2 numbers, I have to find out what's in the middle of 3 and 3. And that is another 3. So 3 is between 3 and 3. So my median score is just 3. Okay. The mode is the number that shows up the most. Okay, and you can see in my colors, there's that many ones, there's that many two, there's that many threes, there's that many fours, there's that many fives, and there's that many sixes. And you can obviously see which ones has more, right? And also from your histogram, the mode is the one that's the highest, which is obviously in this case is, with the most of 5, which the mode score, the most score is going to be 6. So the mode score is 6. Okay, the range is going to be, what is the range from, right? When you tell somebody, what's the range of this, or what's the range of your bank account, right? How much does it go from the lowest to the highest? So you want to find out the lowest is 1, and the highest is 6, and all you got to do is subtract those. So the range is going to be 6 minus 1, and the range is going to be 5. Okay, the mode score is, all you have to do is look on the graph, on the histogram. All right, folks.